Right, how's everybody doing today? So, uh, bring up my list here. So, welcome to Crafting Custom Magic Cards with CEDH 420. Something I'm doing every other week or so. It's a bit of a, I want to do this every week. It's kind of a lot, a little bit of a mental exercise. You're making brand new cards, right? So, it takes a little bit of creativity, and some uh, like bit of a brain exercise, thought experiment, if you will. So we've got a number of interesting ideas this week. I'm not sure where I want to start. Maybe somewhere. I want to start with either this Thopter Inspector or this some kind of green anti-search card. So let's start with, because we already have the name, so let's go with Thopter Inspector. So this card is kind of born out of Thopter Foundry and Foundry Inspector. Right? Thopter Foundry, or Thopter, the card's great. Do it. Yeah, Thopter Foundry is, yeah, Thopter Foundry is this guy here. Good picture. That's a frame. So there's Thopter Foundry, and a Thopter Foundry Foundry Inspector. I'm not sure how we combine these two cards to make a new card, but we could try. Bring up a Foundry. Bring up Foundry Inspector. Use Scryfall. They're nice, clean images. There we go. Foundry Inspector and Thopter Foundry. Both very good cards. Auto includes in a lot of decks. I mean, Thopter Foundry's got pretty tough mana cost here. As far as being able to play it in like multiple commander decks, you pretty much have to be playing it in Esper Plus. So that's one thing to think about. And then Boundary Inspector just makes your artifacts cost less to cast. Which can go small there, then that's bigger there. Rifle, what are you doing to me here? So let's see what we can do with Thopter Inspector. So we want, it's got to be a creature, right? Uh, Thopter. It's a Thopter Inspector, so it's not necessarily a Thopter itself. It's Inspector. So we want to make it something that's like if it's thematic. Oh, that's cute. There's a little commander combos coming up in the Google search. So this is a video that you can find on our YouTube channel. If you want to know more about the Thopter Foundry sort of meat combo. Anyway, just a little shameless self-promotion there. So, Thopter Inspector. So you're inspecting the Thopters. Thopters are 1/1s. Usually have flying. So maybe the thematic Thopter Inspector is ensuring that creatures are equipped and ready to go. They're flying. So, and makes a token. So what? I mean, this is pretty kind of clunky, but what if it made? We'll just say tap to create space here. Create a whip as um, say 0. Whip. Oh, whips. Whip. Whip. Oh, there we go. Equip creature is 1. Oh, do we make it a 2/3? Equipped creature is a 1/1. Flying. Capitalize this. Equipped creature is 1/1 with flying. So you can tap this to make an equipment. Because equipped creature makes it 1/1, but gives it flying. Do you like to make these a little out of the box, a little unique and different from? I mean, we're taking themes and ideas from existing Magic cards, but sometimes we're trying to break the mold here a little bit. Um, equipment. When flying. With flying, when a 1 dies at vector. So that would be a pretty good card. Rare. Save for fun. Create an equipped token. Create an equipment token that has equip 0, equipped 1/1 thopter with flying, and a 1/1 dies. 1/1 dies. And it looks pretty slick. Okay, we could make this a little trickier. When a 1/1, you just say when a thopter, when any thopter, or should I make it the thopter? When an equipped thopter you control dies on untap thopter. Back creature. You can be a theme. Back. What would construct? Okay, now to find some art. So, I mean, all thopters are going to be magic art, right? And we don't need to select existing magic art, but I mean, yeah, it's going to look like an art, maybe a little bit tougher. I mean, this would be great art, but I'm most certain that it belongs already to a magic card. Wait, Urza, card. I actually really like that. Oh, Urza's Rage. Oh, hard. So we could go with, I mean, this is already a card too, but this is exactly the kind of idea I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. Already a magic card, right? No. Let's go vector. Vector. Kind of like that because it's oh, I see. It's like a sea captain or seafaring inspector. Okay, that's not quite. That'd be a great feature. You like that magic? The artist was 80. Okay, so we need. Uh, Gotta get creative sometimes when searching for this artwork because you're gonna get all kinds of misses, things that you're not really looking for. This is kind of an interesting piece that we could use for something huge. Lewis, right there already. Use Hearthstone artwork for magic cards. That'd be funny. Kind of looks shady. This guy. I kind of like this piece. Vector hook. Your artist. Monday mix. Cool. Let's try that on for size. Let's try that in out. I just saved it. Where did it go? AFI file. Why is it odd? So that's not going to work. As Monday. Right, try that again. And okay, being elusive for some reason. Not like saving this picture, maybe. Hmm. Okay. Let's try this again. Always a way around. But hope you guys are enjoying these types of videos. Like I say, I'm trying to do an one every other week as far as this kind of side of creative side of the streaming because I feel it a bit a demanding side, or it can be. Okay, here we go. Got the image, robotic, almost like a shady It's almost like he's getting them ready to go off here. You got to see the Thopter Inspector on your way out. I think that's kind of cool. Oh, and then how much is this going to cost? Oh, that's a great question. So immediately I want to think 3. You try to make the cards good. All right, we'll start it off at 3. Okay, so that's Thopter Inspector for now. Could change. Add the artist on here. All right, so that's good for now. Let's look at the next card here. So it's the card on the list. Okay, so some kind of green anti-cert. So this card is inspired, so we'll give it color for now. So this card is inspired by, so like even Mind Sensor, Opposition Agent, Stranglehold, maybe an enchantment, actually. Those other things are creatures. Green does like the enchantment. So, but we got to make it something that's different than, so we don't want it like even Mind Sensor, which is just the top 4. We don't want an Opposition Agent because Opposition Agent is insane. We're going to change the name later, but so anti-search, you feel constricted, you feel bound. It could be like bound by sadness. Kind of a cool. And bound by sadness is cool, but if we do it by like bramble, that we could get cool artwork. So let's see. That's kind of cool. Big fail. Yeah, there's a lot of good. Oh man, if that doesn't scream bound by brambles, I don't know what does. Who's our artist here? Was this actually a magic card though? What I need archive with. Damn, what card is this? I have to find out what card this. That's a really the perfect image here. Is this another magic card? Nope. We could call it Lost in Brambles if we use this artwork. Bramble Blast by Kirby. Yeah, here. Reminds me of the Married with Kirby, Grandmaster B. Kirby. Weird. Okay, so it's an enchantment. I mean, I like this bound by sadness or brambles, so I think I might write that down for future card. But for now, I think we're going to call this Lost. Okay, so Lost in Brambles. So we're just really trying to make life difficult for our opponents. Man, if there's a way this could cost 1 green, be pretty awesome. Your opponents are going to try their libraries and you can prevent. So one thing this doesn't have, so it doesn't have the flash element, which would make it really strong. I mean, that's why even Mind Sensor and Opposition Agent are really strong, but let's not take that approach. Let's go more of the Stranglehold, like you know it's going to be in play. So Oh, it could be players. And there's so I'm not writing it as players can't search their libraries. I'm writing it as players can't search libraries, and which means so this would stop opposition agent, because that would be searching somebody else's library, and this would stop bribery. Like, so it would stop all searching all libraries. Players can't search library. I mean, this is almost, I don't know what else we do to this card. Maybe we got to make it fast and how about players can't search your libraries, but if you were to search scry one instead, you still have like the desire to at least do the card to still cast the card that you're. Players can't search the library. Any player. I see. Yeah, that could be good. Any player may sacrifice a creature to ignore this effect. So we'll throw a little fun flavor text on there. What is the true cost of life? Players can't search libraries. Any player may sacrifice a creature. The green's got lots of creatures, so it'll likely not hurt them that much. This would hurt in like the Narset decks or the Ultron type things. Okay, I mean, I'm feeling that. That's good for now, anyway. It's an uncommon. One green. I think with this added portion, that one green is more reasonable. I mean, I've said it before. I'm not great at making like cards that aren't. I don't know what the word is. I like to undercost them, not overcost them. I don't like to overcost cards. Yes, I would say. Okay, so that didn't take too long. So what else do we have? I have a couple of sort of bigger ideas for commander cards. So this one at the top, twin partners can only have one out at a time and share attack. So this would be a whole cycle. So I'd probably have to do a whole episode just on twin partners. I probably have to get a little bit of forethought. We've already done Underworld Harbinger and Grasp at Straws. You can look at previous videos to see those. Okay, so let's make a blue card that's very strong. Make it blue. Make it 2 blue and 2 colorless. And it's going to be... And... yeah, it would have to be an instant if you're going to flash in. Actually, you know what? Maybe it's because... And you're probably going to want this card when it's done, but... Put target card from an and a roll. What do you think about that card? Put target card from an opponent's command zone into play under control. That's it. He's still a commander, so it's kind of like what Tevesh has been doing, but it's blue and it's a sorcery. So this, let's figure out what kind of artwork we can find for this one. Sometimes you find the artwork first and you go, oh, there's some cool piece of artwork. And then you make a card out of it. But more often than not, I've been coming up with the card and then finding the artwork. So we're reaching somewhere we shouldn't be. This is a tough one, hey? I don't know. Gotta think about what to search. If chat has any ideas, yeah, chat's. What's up, guys? Are you enjoying the stream? Might go like heal power. I always like to start with painting, see what we got. So, or a picture, but it looks like that's super annoying. No, I don't want on my board. Thank you. So it's a cool piece. Oh, credit the artist here. Can't even use some of these letters. Okay. We'll use that. Oh. But I feel like you're reaching your like stealing. I mean, you're kind of stealing a god here. That's a cool. It's definitely something that. Sure. Old. Um. Like this piece too, actually. These old paintings, right? They just look pretty wild. Nothing like them today. It's funny because people could still paint this way. I think. Why not? Right? It's just it takes a lot of time. Or what else? Try here. Borrow. Borrow. No. That's trippy. Capture could be I think capture. I'm to spend a lot of time on the art part because I think it's pretty important. Constitutional law. I like this painting too. Drunk with power. Right. The other one that we. This kind of could work. Name here. Yeah, I kind of like that. Power. Those who wield and those who lack never see eye to eye. Frame on there. Why not? The drunk with power. Yep. A target card. So you could take a Devesh with this. Be a little bit ironic. I mean, I wonder if it should be 5. If it should be like a bribery. Target card from an opponent's command zone. Pretty good. So bribery, you have more options. 3 players and 300 cards theoretically. Because it says target card from an opponent's command zone, you can select a spot to choose which card. Wonder if it should be put a card from target player. 4 or 5. I mean, I don't know if people play it at 5. Blair was complaining that I'm like powering or undercosting things. So there, be a little bit better. I like the color, looks good on that card too. All right, that works for me for now. What we have next? So there's a could do a cycle of these, right? Let's do a block. We're flashing in a commander from your if we do something there. So green and white flash creatures. Flashes. We already have a blue card, so green and white kind of limits the abilities. White doesn't really. Shouldn't. I mean, green doesn't really access the command zone all that. Green can pull from exile. So okay, so let's make. Cards. And cards and spell. Draw a card. Why not, right? That seemed like a fun card. Kind of a little bit of like insist and like that other green card that like puts +1. I don't know. The spell can't be countered until in return cards in your command zone have flash. Draw. I mean, this is just a fun card, right? So you can still counter the commander. I should say it's a cantrip. Yeah, I think this is fun. I think this might be fine the way it is. What are we going to call it, though? This is a problem with coming up with the names. Sometimes you come up with the names first and it's easier. But you come up with the card first and then it's... Oh, man. Hey, Mr. Cool. How you doing today? What do you think we should call this card? Do this card right now. It's a green instant. Can't be countered. Until in turn, cards in your command zone have flash and you get to draw a card. It's kind of a cheeky little card, you know? And we have to find the art for it too. Maybe let's have a look at what we can find for art. So, I feel like cheat. Good. Cheating. Working on your corridor deck. That's cool. Were you working on that the last time too? Kind of getting away with stuff. Kind of like like I mean, it's kind of like you're doing something you're not supposed to. I feel like there's that that are kind of like that, right? Like a heat. Yeah, and two and Protean Hulk. Those are great cards that you should put in your card or deck for. Um. Hmm. Oh, this is a cool painting for the future. Sometimes you just find a cool painting and you're like, oh, I can that. I mean, getting away with something. I don't know what a name for that is. Sly. Sly. Oh, I spell maneuver. Why can't I spell it? I like that for a name. Fly maneuver. They spell maneuver. That's so weird. Yeah, I guess so. And then we'll go for a painting. All right. Ooh, this is a cool. Credit the artist. Alexander. That's cool. I don't know exactly what or for this particular card. Definitely some interesting, really some interesting artwork right here. All this magic pictures. I'm like, oh, I'd love to use that, but it'd be in magic. The reason it looks so appropriate is because it already exists. Oh, that's awesome. It sounds like the deck's coming together. Ah, just a funny image, a force choke to save his life. The opposite of what he does in the actual movies. Um, Probably could be about like boat stuff. Might be a little tough to. Um, hmm. But oil painting here, inspiration. You never know where it's going to find. You just joined the stream. I'll show you the other cards that we've come up with so far today, Mr. Cool. So we came up with this Drunk with Power that allows you to take a commander from your opponent's command zone, put it to play under your control. Pretty happy with that one right now. Then we came up with Thopter Inspector. The 2/3 for 3. Create an equipment token that has equipped 0. Equipped creature is 1/1 Thopter with flying. And when an equipped Thopter you can dies, you can untap Thopter Inspector. I could put a 1 cost in front of this too, maybe. Because that might be a little cheap. That looks. Why does this look weird? Huh. Alright, well, I guess we'll leave it like that for now. I don't understand. Okay, so we're still. I'll show you the other card that we made today. It's called Lost in Brambles. 1 green. Players can't search libraries. Any player may sacrifice a effect. Kind of cool too. Card we're trying to figure out right now is Sly Maneuver. I don't like any of the images I have for this. I mean, I guess this could kind of work. Kind of like guys kind of look like rubbing and Sly. I have to use the rule 0 for playing with other people. That could work, I guess. Option. Dealing with more like animals. Like better. Sly Maneuver. Nobody sees what he's up to. He's off with goods. That's cool. And let's see, do one more card because it's kind of getting on here. Oh, I did want to do this double X for X commander damage you've taken or dealt. So the idea behind this card is so this creature's power equal to amount of commander damage. Okay, let's start over at the beginning here. When creature first play, use opponent. This creature's power and toughness is equal to the amount of standard have. I don't know if that's the best way to say that, but I kind of like it. Maybe we'll make the legendary. Sure. Call it an avatar. Kind of taking the taking on the attribute of taking on the attributes of being dealt damage by other players. So taking a the artwork that's not Avatar that Last Airbender or James Cameron's avatars could be tough. Also kind of going to be like a modular type creature, right? Is it could be small, could be big. If we can come up with a shapeshifter here. Already, this is a thing. Now it's kind of a cool view. They're going to get a lot of shapeshifter stuff here. That's a cool piece. That by Anna Sundberg. Looks like Raw shapeshifter, which it is. That's cool. What else got here? There's some weird. That's a weird. God, I almost want to try and make a card out of that. I don't know what it would be. And we gotta call this Kelly. Now, full picture. We don't even know what color those cards get yet. Play choose an opponent. Power and toughness, the amount of commander damage. I feel like I think blue and green is what we want here. And I feel like this could be pretty big. I mean, it's got no evasion. We have to give it. So it's kind of like you're being attacked. This is getting bigger. And that means it's like there's a relationship between this creature and your opponent's damage that it's dealing to. It's kind of like a reflection, right? Reflection soul. That's him. It's a legendary creature, so it should probably actually have a proper name. Blah. Reflection. Kind of cool. So now he's got to find a painting that fits. Artwork. Kind of cool. I think this piece will work. Free art, hey? That's your name? Cool. See how it looks there. I think it's gonna look good. entering, and then we'll hit OK. Yeah, I like the looks of that. Artist credit down here. No room for flavor text on this one. Ula Souls Reflect. I think. All right, well, I think that might be it. What time are we at here? 51 minutes. Kind of on the long side of one of these streams, and we only did a few cards today, but I had to give them some thoughts. We had a Thopter Inspector, 3 for a 2/3. Create an equipment token that has equip 0. There is 1/1 Thopter flying. I mean, I guess we could give it an equip 1 cost just so it's not like super breakable. Equip 1. Then when an equipped creature Thopter you control dies, you get to tap Thopter Inspector. So you can't do this right away, so that'll slow it down a little bit. Then we did the fly maneuver. The spell can't be countered until end of turn. Cards and commands don't have flash, and then you get to draw a card. That's kind of fun. We did Lost in Brambles. 1 green enchantment. Players can't search libraries. Any player may sacrifice a creature to ignore this effect in turn. They Drunk with Power, where you get to put any card from any command from an opponent's command zone into play under your control. You can take a planeswalker, you can take a creature. And finally, Ula Soul's Reflection, a big XX, where it's just going to get bigger the more damage you take from somebody that's attacking you. So maybe they'll stop attacking you. Hard to say. Anyway, thanks for joining us today. I hope you had fun. I hope you hang out on our stream in the future, and feel free to comment and like and subscribe and tell a friend, send a link. We have a Patreon, we have a YouTube and a Twitch, all EDH 420. And then, of course, you can tweet and stay up to date on our future streams at EDH 42069 on Twitter. So thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you next time.